Miss Danielle here, and I have a word for you. They will see you level up. Those people that doubted you, they said you wasn't going to make it, they left you, whatever it is, they're going to have to watch you level up. So look, the verse for this video is Isaiah 40:31, and it reads, "But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." So, my friend, you may have been in this season where you've been working towards your goals, you've been doing everything you needed to do, and you was wondering like, where is the blessing? Why hasn't the blessing came? God is about to release your blessings. He's about to give you everything you've been working towards, all of the nights and the sacrifices that you've put in for this goal, for this dream, for this vision. You may have been doing things for your finances and wondering, where's the breakthrough? Why hasn't the breakthrough came? God is about to release your finances. He's about to make things overflow. He's about to bless you in the presence of your enemies. Those people that they doubted you, they try to make it hard for you. And you was trying to do right. You're trying to do good. You're showing up every day and they're just criticizing you. They didn't want to see you make it. Those people are going to have to see you get blessed. Those people who, again, they tried to create roadblocks for you. They tried to make things hard for you. They were trying to throw you off your square. They're going to have to see you get blessed. This verse reminds us, those of us who wait, sometimes we have to wait on God. And we may not understand why. We may think that we deserve it right now. But God has divine timing. Everything in God's hands is perfect. So while you're in this season of waiting, just know that the blessings are already on the way. You've already received the victory. Everything is becoming what it's supposed to be. And it says, the Lord will renew your strength. So if you are feeling faint, you're feeling weary, you're tired, you're feeling defeated, go to God for strength because He has it for you. So it says that once you get your strength and you feel me, you're going to mount up with wings and you're going to soar like an eagle. So this means that just because you're going through something and you haven't got the blessing yet, you haven't seen the fruition of the goal or the dream, you haven't seen it fully manifest, it's still coming. Do not give up. Just keep pressing on, keep pressing forward. And just know that these people that they counted you out, they said you wasn't gonna make it, they're gonna have to watch you get the blessing. There's been people in my life where, because we fell out, they began to speak against my life. They began to speak against my destiny. They said that they pray and hope and wish that God would do this or that to me because we fell out. But now I see that because I stood still and I didn't do that to them, I didn't blaspheme their name, I didn't defame them, God took care of me, and the things that they said about me, they're experiencing in their life. So if a person is speaking against you, they're saying they don't like you, they're saying they hope this or that happens to you, don't do no get backs. Just pray for them because they may end up experiencing the things that they said about you. And that's so crazy how God works. But we have to remain humble as believers and as children of God. And we can't stoop to people's levels in this world because people are being ran by Satan. There's so many people who are lost. There's so many people who are rejecting the teachings of God, and they're having tumultuous lives. They're having terrible lives. If you look at the people in my generation right now, they don't want to be married. They just want to be each other's baby mamas and baby daddies. They're having tumultuous lives. They're wondering like, oh my goodness, what happened? Why did I do this? And they're crying out about the sin that they've chose for their life. And it's like, if you just lean on God, if you just follow God, if you just open up that book, a lot of people, they don't want to open up this book. They don't want to get in it. They don't want to read it. They want to be disobedient. They want to be hard-headed. And then they wonder why their life is the way it is. And it's like, you don't want to follow God. God's not going to help you. He's not going to bless you. Things are not going to work out. You have to be obedient to God. And as we've gotten older, that there should have been some signs like, oh my goodness, I need to stop living this life of sin. I need to, change my life. So if you're a person you're one of those people, you're resisting change. Take up your cross, get into the word of God, fast, pray, Get into a good church. Get around other people who are believers, because I've been talking about as well that the company you keep, it affects you. So if you ain't got nothing but bad and raggedy whoremonger friends, you need to let go of that friend group and get around some people who love the Lord. And this is going to require you to be mature and be an adult, because oftentimes those of us who are in those types of friend groups, we care about the validation of other people and we care about what other people think. But let those people go. Get around some people who actually love the Lord and do what you need to do. Stop sitting around looking for handouts and, crying about this and crying about that, and make the changes that you need to make in your life. And it's so important to be alert and be sober, because the devil, he's sitting around and he's lurking, he's prowling, he's trying to devour you. And you have to resist this. You have to stay away from the enemy because he's waiting. I was in my word last night and it was talking about, I was in Genesis, and it was in the book, it was in chapter 2 when the Lord told Adam and Eve which tree they could eat from and which tree they couldn't eat from. Mind you, every other tree in the garden had everything that they needed. They all yielded fruit. They had herbs, you know what I'm saying? He put them in a place where they would have everything that they need. And here comes the serpent. It said that the serpent was the most subtle of all the beasts. So this is an animal that is subtle. So they probably thought that they could trust it. And here comes the devil. The devil already know what God told them, because why else would you come ask Eve which tree she could eat from? And she was like, yeah, the Lord told me this. And he was like, well, you can eat from that tree. It does have fruit, doesn't it? And she was like, well, maybe I guess I can. The enemy knows what God has already told you. And he knows what's already yours. So everything in your life that the devil has came to kill, steal, and destroy, he knows that God had already blessed you with that. So keep this in mind when you have things that are valuable and that God has given you. Just know that the enemy knows about those things. So you have to pray over them. And you got to be doing what's right so that God can protect you. And I just thought it was so interesting that the devil already knew what God had given them. And he tried to come take it. And he did. And that caused the fall in the land. And then I started to read about how, because this happened, the woman would go through great sorrow when she would bear children. And when she gets married, her focus would be towards her husband. So I was like, wow. And then it talked about how the man, the ground would be cursed that he had. So I just thought it was interesting that when a woman gets married, her focus will become towards her husband. And if you've ever been in a relationship, you know that that's true. Like when women get into relationships, they really start to focus more on pleasing the man, and it's harder to focus on God. So if you are a single person, it is a blessing to be single, okay? Because now you have that time to focus on God, so don't waste it. Yes, we as people, we want to be in a relationship because, it's not good for men to be alone, but if you are single like right now, like me, focus on God and do everything that you can while you have that time to, because the Lord is your husband, okay? And you have freedom in that. So do not be so sad that you are single. And again, these people that, they rejected you, they hated you, they mistreated you, they had you confused, they tried to make you insecure, they may have even cheated on you, they may have tried to defame you, they were, being a narcissist towards you, they didn't love you right, they took you for granted. They're going to have to watch you level up. They're going to have to watch you get everything that they said you wouldn't. They're going to have to watch you be successful. Some of us, we're going to be famous. Some of us, we're going to get that new house, nice cars. We're going to have a beautiful family. The family's going to stay together. You're going to break generational curses. You're going to level up. You're going to have money. You're going to have a lot of money. You're going to have wealth. You're going to have these things, and those people, they're going to have to watch. And it's important that when you start to get these blessings that are on the way, because they are on the way right now, that you remain humble. It's so many people right now, they went through those 7 years of plenty, but most of us, we went through those 7 years of lack. So God is about to flip it. the people who went through 7 years of plenty, they're going to go through those 7 years of famine and lack, and they're not going to have everything that they used to have. But some of us who was watching them and who we was working, we had our 9 to 5, we was doing our job, you know what I'm saying? We was taking care of our family, and we didn't even have it like that, but we stayed humble, and God is about to give you those 7 years of plenty. You're going to have everything you ever wanted. And it's important that when you're going through those 7 years of plenty where he's blessing you, and it's like you can't believe it, it's too much, that you do what you're supposed to do. You be responsible, you save, you make good investments, you make good choices, and you value those blessings that he's about to bring to you, because they're on the way. And remember, those people, they're going to be watching and they're not going to believe it either. But you just stay humble. Anybody that God tells you to not be around no more and to stay away from them. Don't go back to your past at all, because some of us, we keep going back to the past and we cannot go forward. Do not go back to your past. Keep the past in the past and just move forward. God has someone for you. He has a family for you, a marriage, money, wealth, success. He has it all for you. It's right there. So don't go back to your past. Keep moving forward. Remember to keep on fasting, keep on praying, keep God first in your life, and everything is about to turn up, and God is going to show out this next season. So yes, I pray this video blessed you. I love you. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.